In this video I want to share with you some of their road situations and some of their practical skills which you better to practice while riding a motorcycle, especially if you're a newer rider. First thing which I personally prefer to avoid while riding motorcycle, especially in wet conditions, is all sorts of road markings. They become super slippery in wet conditions, but they're not that good as well in dry conditions. Second thing which I definitely would advise to practice is to how you ride motorcycle in a traffic. Sometimes if you're behind the car, you're actually in a blind spot for the driver. Second thing, if something unpredictable happens and the car in front of you needs to brake, you have no space to maneuver. When you ride behind the car, try to keep left side. If you ride somewhere in Europe, try to keep right side if you ride somewhere in the UK or maybe Japan. So you want to be on the side of the driver's seat, right? There is more opportunities for driver to see you because in this case you're between two mirrors. You're in between of side mirror in the central mirror. You can be detected by blind spot monitoring system, which exists now on most of the modern cars. The next thing which is related to that as well, people sometimes don't show the signals, right? That can be a little bit dangerous situation, especially on intersections. If it's a T intersection or it's X intersection, never overtake there because it's just too many cars which might not see you, and the guy who is in front of you, he might not think about you as well because there is so many cars he needs to think of. Any sort of junction, never overtake there. Just wait until you pass it and then you can do, whatever you want to do if it's safe to do, right? Don't try to accelerate before the intersection because there can be other cars. Just look to the left, look to the right. It's not hard to accelerate on the motorcycle. It's not hard to just ride motorcycle. But the most important is to react to certain situations which might appear unexpectedly, and make sure that you can properly use the brakes. You have to understand where is the limit of the tires, right? You have to understand where is the limit before ABS kicks in. You have to understand which situations and when and how you might lock the front or rear wheel, right? Especially if you ride some motorcycle which does not have ABS system. Always practice gradual braking because that's where the physics works the best. So that is pretty much for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.